Imagine being hunted, tortured, or burned alive, not for a crime but for existing. For centuries in medieval Europe, cats were feared, hated, and blamed for evil itself. They weren't pets. They weren't companions. They were symbols of darkness, witchcraft, and the devil. This belief didn't just doom millions of animals, it helped fuel superstition, mass hysteria, and even one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. Before fear took over Europe, cats were once revered. In ancient Egypt, cats were sacred animals associated with protection and divine power. Killing a cat was a serious crime. As Roman influence spread across Europe, cats followed, valued for controlling rats and protecting grain supplies. For centuries, cats were practical, respected animals. But as Europe entered the Middle Ages, religion and superstition began reshaping how people interpreted the natural world. By the Middle Ages, the Christian Church became the dominant authority in Europe. Anything associated with paganism, mystery, or independence became suspicious. Cats, especially black ones, fit that profile perfectly. Their nocturnal behavior, glowing eyes, and quiet movements unsettled people. Church teachings and folklore began linking cats to witches, demons, and Satan himself. In sermons and stories, cats were no longer animals, they were agents of evil. Fear intensified during Europe's witch hunts. It was widely believed that witches could transform into cats or use them as familiars to carry out dark magic. Owning a cat, especially an old woman living alone, could be enough to spark accusations. Thousands of people were executed for witchcraft, and countless cats were killed alongside them. Entire communities participated in cat burnings and public executions, believing they were protecting themselves from evil. In some regions, cats were slaughtered in horrifying numbers. During religious festivals, cats were burned alive in public squares as symbols of purging evil. Pope Gregory IX's 1233 decree describing black cats as demonic further fueled the violence. Fear became tradition. Violence became ritual. Europe had effectively declared war on one of its most useful animals. Then disaster struck. In the 14th century, the Black Death swept across Europe, killing up to half the population. Rats carrying plague-infected fleas spread unchecked through cities. But the natural predators of rats, cats, were gone. By eradicating cats, Europe had removed one of its strongest defenses against disease. Superstition didn't just create fear, it helped accelerate one of history's deadliest pandemics. As science slowly replaced superstition, attitudes toward cats began to change. By the Renaissance and Enlightenment periods, cats returned as household animals. People noticed fewer rats where cats lived. Writers and philosophers began defending them. What was once considered evil was reclassified as misunderstood. But the damage had already been done, millions of cats killed and millions of humans lost to preventable disease. The story of Europe's hatred of cats is a lesson in how fear can override reason. When societies demonize what they don't understand, consequences ripple far beyond intention. Cats didn't bring evil to Europe, ignorance did. And history shows us that superstition, when backed by authority, can become more dangerous than any imagined threat. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel and get 1000 years of good luck.